Death by PowerPoint or more power in your point. It's in your hands. In April 2010, I started to incorporate slide presentations with PowerPoint in my corporate public speaking trainings. Ever since, I've had the pleasure to witness 2,600 PowerPoint presentations. Average slide number 6. This means I've worked on, because I work on each and every single slide of them to show the people how they can have more power in their point. It means that it has been more or less 15,600 slides. And I'm not even talking about KPMG, 8 years and 3 months, business consulting. I didn't speak German, I didn't speak Spanish, I didn't speak English, I spoke PowerPoint. I think I know a little bit about slide presentations. Imagine you watch a documentary on Netflix. A documentary on lions in the Serengeti. What do you see? Lions. What do you hear? The sound of the savannah, the roaring lions. And what else? The voice. And where's the voice? In the off. Have you ever seen a documentary on Netflix or on any other channel in the world in the history of documentaries on television that looks like this? And did the screen in the upper right corner show the logo of the production company of the documentary? And down there in the left bottom corner, did it say commercially confidential? And the name of the speaker in the middle and the title, because it's very important to have the title and the name of the presenter all the time present throughout the entire documentary. And was there a page number, a scene number? Because now we're in the 17th scene. Did they show 17 down there in the right bottom corner? Or did the whole thing look more like this? Are you aware of the fact that our human brain is incapable of reading and listening at the same time? We can't do it. But almost all presentations, 99.9% of all presentations, make me listen to the speaker and read slides at the same time, which is impossible. This is why death by PowerPoint is standard. The easy solution? Two versions, easy solutions. One version, the handout slides to print, corporate template, everything in place, the logo, the commercial disclaimer, everything in place, all standard colors, super cool. Handout slide, hey. And when you stand up to speak on a stage, and when you're here online, presenting online, when you are in a webinar, when you present with a screen, then you create a second slide deck, which are the screen slides. Handout slides replace my speech. But then I always ask myself, what are you doing here, speaker? Send me a PDF. You're redundant, man. Screen slides complement my speech. And when your slides complement your speech, like a documentary, I've learned that you have more power in your point. In this session here with you, I've created an alliteration massacre. An alliteration massacre with 5 C's. But to get to the top C, the C slides, the supreme slides, the killer slides, I have 4 C's for you. 4 C's to have in mind to grade these C slides, the killer slides. The first C, make all your slides complementary. Complementary to your speech. This is without logos and page numbers, but this is a typical slide I receive. This is not complementary. This replaces you as a speaker, but then your attendance, your presence is irrelevant. The first thing is every big sentence I have in a handout slide, what I do is I reduce to the max. And each of these 3 paragraphs now looks like this. Another classic in my trainings is when people use quotations. They don't look like this. There is no Oprah Winfrey in big with black background, and the beauty of the slide is not there. It's Arial 7, the text, no image, okay. But the thing is, they put text on the screen and then they read out loud, where there is no struggle, there is no strength. This is what Oprah Winfrey once said. So they read out loud what I can read. And I'm always sitting there and think, I'm not an analphabet. Much cooler is to only show this slide and then say, the great American entertainer, TV host, media guru, Oprah Winfrey. She said, where there is no struggle, there is no strength. You see, now you have a complementary slide. Second C, make your slides crisp. For me, I use 3 fountains of inspiration. First fountain, Ludwig Mies van der Rohe, super Bauhaus architect. He made it the basic concept of all his work. Less is more. Have you read The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry? He said, perfection is achieved not when there's nothing more to add, but when there's nothing left to take away. The third fountain, without the great Leonardo da Vinci, who are we? Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. 2 tips here for more crisp slides. First one, for years I was saying not more than 5 bullet points. Then I said no more than 3. And you know what I say today? Hey, a slide doesn't cost money. You can do click, click, click. A second tip, this one here also would be a classic in my trainings. You have the typical corporate template, and then you have 3 different graphs in Excel with different numbers and series and data. Then you have, of course, a logo and all the disclaimers and the bottom line. But the point here is, if you have everything in one slide, where should I look? It's not crisp, it is chaos. So what I do is I click again 3 times. I show 3 slides. Last tip here, look at the titles. You always have these boring, descriptive, technical titles. Make it newspaper style, make it cool, make it crisp. Series 3 goes through the roof. Speak like to normal people. So it's sticky. Crisp and sticky. That's a cool slide. The third C, be more creative with your slides, with your screen slides. 2 tips for more creativity with your screen slides. First tip, what you see here is my recently published book, eBook, 102 visual tips for more simplicity in public speaking. Now, the inspiration for these 102 infographics you will find in this book, that came from 25 years of using PowerPoint. So the first tip here is, any text you have in a handout slide, any text has always a logical structure. Any logical structure you can replace by an infographic. And when you turn your texts into infographics with reduced text, like you see here, it's a real case, then of course you support your audience with your logical flow, which is great. This is exactly what you want. Second tip, don't go for stock photos. Here are 3 of my biggest enemies. Stock photos, stock images, that is all cliche. But cliche in general sucks. What everyone else does, you don't want to do it. You want to stick out with your screen slides on these webinars, in these online presentations. Don't go for these stock photos. From left to right, stock photos with staged business people. Second, fake success, failure, or puzzles, or the fish jumping from one into the other boat. And the worst of the worst, my enemy number 1, these white little figurines with this red stuff. This makes me more than vomit, and I cannot even explain it. Stock photos in general suck. Much better than that. Unsplash.com. Unsplash.com, my favorite image site. You will find beautiful images you can use in print and online and your screen presentations. Go for unsplash.com. Next time you talk about success and failure, you can say, what is the difference between success and failure? It's this one. Finally, you can shoot your own pictures. Come on, you have these super smartphones. Do your own pictures. And this here are our doggies. Lily, the white one, the golden retriever, and the other lady, Betty, the Labrador lady. Both are 4 years old, and they are so much like yin and yang. So when I talk about balance and the concept of yin and yang, instead of the typical cliche yin and yang symbol, I could show our doggies. This is your photo, this is your copyright, you have no issue. Do your own shoots, man. Take your own photos and use them in your screen presentations. The fourth and final C, make your slides, your screen slides, captivating. You know what a corporate template slide in PowerPoint really is? Do you know what a corporate template slide really is? It is the Mount Everest of monotony. Corporate template slides, by definition, are boring. They will never captivate me for long. Two things captivate my interest, my attention: twists and curiosity. And you can do both with your screen slides. This one here is a good twist for your presentations. It is when you take a sudden turn with your slides, and I call it the black slide. A black slide is a black slide. There's a black box on top of your corporate template. There's nothing. I use black slides for storytelling. The attention always goes back to you. And then, of course, I play a lot with curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat. Oops. Now this one here, for instance, is a real slide from my corporate trainings. I love to use formulas based on abbreviations that make no sense, using question marks in between or at the end that are very intriguing, and they all drive your curiosity. You want to know what's that formula. Why do people always give away everything in one view? So you see everything. The punchline, you see all the elements of a formula. No, play with your audience. Drive the curiosity. So here you have it. Make your screen slides complementary to your speech. Make them crisp. Make them creative. Use creativity. And of course, make sure they captivate your audience's attention. And when you do all that, in the end, you will have crowning slides. Death by PowerPoint or more power to your point. It's in your hands, my friend. And if you want to get your hands really dirty and dive deep into screen presentations, you know where to find me. And we will make sure that your crowning slides will boost your online